Good evening and welcome back to the second annual Quinn Holiday Whiskey Tasting. I'm your host, Micah Quinn, and I'm joined here by 4 generations of fine and exquisite gentlemen.
Hi.
We have Wayne, Steve, Kai, and David. It's a pleasure to have you join us today, and we are very excited to share with you our experience tasting one of the oldest whiskeys ever produced in Canada, a 41-year-old Canadian Club rye. That's what we have here today, and it was actually awarded Canadian Whiskey of the Year by the Whisky Bible. So we are very, very lucky to have this, and a special thank you to Mark Schoen, who unfortunately couldn't be here today, but played a big role in allowing this to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the box. We're going to talk about this whiskey. Canadian Club is from Windsor, Ontario. I'm excited to try this whiskey for a number of reasons, but also it's older than I am. I've never tasted a whiskey this old before. I doubt anybody here has as well. It's limited release. It's a small bottle. The alcohol volume is 45%. Canadian Club Chronicles. We have a number of different glasses to taste from. We're going to taste it first straight. Later on we're going to add some water, and we're going to get our overall sort of feeling and experience of the whiskey and get everybody's feedback. Okay, so now we're going to open this exquisite whiskey. Every whiskey has kind of a unique box. This one has a magnet top. When you open it, they have a certificate labeling its authenticity. I will remove that. I will take the whiskey out of its box. And not unlike other Canadian whiskeys, such as Crown Royal, it comes in its own nice bag, which can be used for multiple purposes once the whiskey is finished. I know my grandmother would always put Scrabble letters in these types of bags. It remains to be seen what this bag will be used for. So I will open... do you mind taking good care of that? We'll see, some of these are easier to open than others. Drawstring, whiskey comes out, and we can see it's a beautifully engraved square bottle with all the details on the front, and you see the engraving in the back with the regal logo of Canadian Club with the crown on the top. It's got a plastic top, so we know this has never been opened, so we're going to be the first ones to do that. Sometimes these plastic seals come off less smoothly than others, but you typically want to remove the entire plastic seal. We can put it in the box. Very good. Okay, so as I mentioned last year, one of the most exciting moments in a whiskey bottle's life is when you remove the cork for the first time. It creates a really distinct and a beautiful popping sound. So we're going to do that now, not unlike that. I'll pass the cork around. We can all get a nice sense of the aroma from that whiskey. There's always one character in the group. And I'm gonna, smell that?
Smell that? Yeah?
It's a nice weighted cork. It's pretty robust. Nice thing about a cork is there isn't a lot of whiskey actually on the cork, so you can inhale quite aggressively. You're not going to be overwhelmed by the alcohol content as you would if you were sniffing very strongly from the glass. At 45%, this is significantly stronger than a standard Canadian whiskey, which would typically be bottled at 40. But this is a special edition, and they decided to do so at 45%. So I'm gonna pour 4 glasses here. A generous pour, 1.5 ounces or so.
Mm-hmm. Pour water in the little guy.
Yeah.
This glass.
Well, that glass is gonna go to David at the end. Kai's gonna have to wait a few more years before he can actually, consume the whiskey. So there we go. We've got 4 nice pours next to our 41-year Canadian Club. And I always make sure I reseal the bottle. Oxygen does not, you know, add to the whiskey, unlike perhaps a wine, so we like to keep it nice and sealed.
If I could remember,
So I will pass those down.
in see, we told him that was his bottle, but it's not. See, we told him that little glass was his, and I was going to put water in it for him.
Well, we can pause it and give him one if we like. So guys, what we would like to do, hold it up to light if you can, get a good sense of the color. You know, it's kind of like a burnt sunset.
I don't blame you. I would protect you.
Now when you smell it, it's good to wave it in. You can take a cautious smell, but don't get your nose all the way in there. There's some citrus on the nose, some vanilla, and an ample amount of spice. So there's a lot going on there. It sounds like somebody else would also like a glass. So we're going to pause the video momentarily while we get him a glass so we can enjoy the experience.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yep. Ready.
All right. So we shall resume now. Everyone on film today wanted to, you know, enjoy at least one glass. So we found a glass for him as well. Oh, be careful. We have quite an age difference in our group here. You know, the ranges span 89 years from 3.5 to 92.5. It's pretty remarkable that we can all be here today. So we're gonna, Hi. What's wrong?
Well, you know what's wrong. We said that glass was for him, and then you poured whiskey into it.
Yeah.
And now he knows that's not whiskey. He knows now it's water. You can't fool him. He's 3.5 years old.
Rookie mistake.
No.
So let's take a small taste of this, guys. And you can even keep it in your mouth for a few seconds and then swallow it down.
Are you trying?
Wow. Hi.
Yeah.
Well, some of us are bigger fans than others. It's incredibly rich. There's a lot of vanilla. Almost, for me, I think there's some citrus in there. It's a very long, spicy finish. Kai,
That's okay.
just be a good listener right now. Any comments, guys?
Certainly smooth. It has waves, hints of oak and leather, smoky, but no bitter aftertaste.
Give her some now.
She's a bit upset too. Grandpa, any comments?
No.
No? No. Would you drink it again?
Well, if it was given to me, I would, but I wouldn't buy it.
Sure. And Mr. Vargas.
You know,
Mr. B.
I love the taste. I actually love the taste. The vanilla. No, it's.
I guess my taste
Smooth,
buds are
very
sort of shocked because that tastes like rye to me.
It is right.
I know.
Well, I think there you have it. Our family is getting bigger and, you know, more boisterous with every passing holiday. We're just so happy we can be here together and share this wonderful whiskey with you.
It is good whiskey.
For more videos, feel free to go to and subscribe to Micah the Hiker YouTube channel, and past whiskey tastings and other adventures can be found there. Happy 2019 and best of luck to you. Well, this year's whiskey tasting didn't go exactly as planned. Some people loved the whiskey, other people didn't love it as much. But the point is that we're all together over the holidays enjoying whiskey that we normally wouldn't do the rest of the year. So it's a very special experience. I'm so happy we could do this together.
What did you think of it, Steve?
Oh, it's okay. I mean, that's all I could say. I mean, I wouldn't buy it. I mean, I would drink it with a little bit of water. It's a little too strong for me.
It's at 45%. Yeah, adding water is perfectly acceptable.
I'm not used to that strong, but But I remember when the liquor was 50%. That was in the 60s or 70s that the government had dropped it. And people complained because they said, well, it would freeze, you know.
Yeah.
I remember there was a big deal about it. But it didn't freeze yet. So what it is today, I don't mind at all. But I don't know, I've stuck to Canadian Club for a long time, you know.
And do you find a big difference between the 41-year-old and the current?
Not a hell of a lot.
Interesting.
No, not a hell of a lot of difference. It's a little stronger, but when you add water to it and put it up, it's not much different. Not much different.
In the immortal words of Winston Churchill, I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy.
And what did Mark Twain say? Too much of anything is bad, but too much good whiskey is barely enough.
Yes, but Jack Daniels said that drink when you want to, not when you have to.
Wow, we could go on for a while.
What did Marie Antoinette say?
Let them eat cake. Oh,
Cheers.
Here's
cheers. And a happy new year.
Yeah,
Cheers.
timely song.
But this is really
Cheers,
nice.
man.
here. I will see with you.
See with Mama?
That's a
great.
class.
Yeah.
May I have a little bit more, please?
Yeah.
No, the aftertaste is even better than it going down.
It lingers very well. I mean, that's one thing I love about whiskey is just, you know, it's minutes that you enjoy it, right? It's not just a sip.
No, that's like...
That's right.
So, Mikey, maybe we should treat it like a good bottle of
There,
wine.
that's
and
good.
Just
Sorry. I'm not that sorry,
No,
actually. But,
no.
Just what?
drink the whole thing.
well,
Once you pop the cap.
I'll arrive tomorrow at 8:30 and you'll be passed out right there.
Grandpa?
well, if we're all getting more, I'm going to have more.
Well, just a little. I need a glass.
Grandpa?
Dave?
Papa? Papa?
Papa, Grandpa.
Yay, cheers.
For me to pass out.
About
He
2.
spilled it. Thankfully, it's just water.
Delicious.
I should have a sip.
Well, that was a nice
Even if
end
I
to the
don't like
tasting.
it, just see what it does to me.